Hello everyone, I am Quartermons437 and today I am going to be doing a video where I review jevin.exe's US Route 49 video. Now, if you want some context as to why I am doing this and 4 other of his US Route Control City videos, I will leave links down below to my US 220 and 72 videos where I reviewed this guy's videos talking about those highways, and in the former, I explained this whole mini series. But for now, though, let us just start with his US 49 video.
We are doing US 49. Yeah. So, US 49 is from Gulfport, Mississippi through Piggott, Arkansas. It begins on US 90. You get I-10 for Gulfport, Interstate 59, US 11, and US 98 for Hattiesburg. US 49 does meet US 84.
Usually I just skip through these segments, but again, I gotta do this for you guys.
In Yazoo City. So we get Interstate 20 and Interstate 55 for Jackson, Mississippi. And then US 49 E and W gets off on Two-Twiller, Mississippi. And we get US 61 for Clarksdale, Mississippi. Interstate 40 and US 63 for Brinkley, Arkansas. Interstate 555 and US 63 for Jonesboro, Arkansas. And then we end on US 62, State Route 1 and State Route 139, or you can call it Arkansas Highway 1 and Arkansas Highway 139 in Piggott, Arkansas. Well, US 49 begins there. So US 90 east will go into Biloxi, and then for 90 west we'll go into Bay St. Louis. That is the correct choice for US 90. Here's Interstate 10 signed for Biloxi and Mobile. That is a great choice. And we get New Orleans on westbound. Okay, I like westbound I-10 for New Orleans. That is a
remember this fact
choice
for later that he says
so
10
Mobile
should be signed
is
for
a
New
great
Orleans.
Choice. Awesome choice is Biloxi for Interstate 10 East, as we're on US 49. And we'll be heading into Hattiesburg. It says to Jackson, Mississippi for the second right. Whoa, we get good towns. Okay, Mississippi, you're doing awesome with Jackson, Mississippi. That is so awesome. We get Interstate 59 closed to wide loads at exit 65. I don't know why.
Why are you showing this? Who cares?
And then we get Lucedale. And then we got Mobile, Alabama. So we already covered US 98 from yesterday. So US 98 is one of the greatest choices we did yesterday. We're meeting US 11. Why is northbound getting signed for Broadway Drive? This should have been Laurel. And then US 11 southbound.
Okay.
Hang on. Yeah, what is this? This should have been Slidell, Louisiana. This should have been Slidell.
Alright, I guess I can get down with that.
US 11. Not Purvis. This should have been Slidell. Interstate 59. Northbound gets signed for Laurel. This should have been Meridian, Tuscaloosa, or Birmingham. Huh? Well, we get New Orleans on Interstate 59 South. We don't make it to New Orleans, but we should get like Slidell.
Yeah, but here's the thing. If I remember correctly, does 59 not end on 10, which will then go into New Orleans? Just because a road doesn't go to a control city doesn't mean it can't be signed for there if it makes sense like this. So, yes, sign 59 south for New Orleans. That is fine.
Louisiana. In Collins, we're meeting US 84. US 84 East is signed for Laurel, which we already covered US 84. This should have been Natchez for US 84. We get Interstate 20 East, signed for Meridian. That is an alright choice. And we're
No! That should have been Birmingham!
getting signed for Jackson, Mississippi. And we get, it says 2 US 80 for Flowwood. So we're going to say 2 Interstate 55. Okay, we get Interstate 55 signed for McComb. No. Oh, we get New Orleans on there. That's still good.
So why not sign 59 for New Orleans?
I-20 westbound. This should not be Vicksburg. This should have been Shreveport. Not Vicksburg. Or Monroe. Monroe should not be signed either. We get Yazoo City for US 49. We're joining Interstate 220. So we're still signed for North Jackson, Mississippi. Why are we doing secondary towns?
Says the guy who said that Interstate 20 should be signed for a secondary town. Your opinion is invalid!
We still get Yazoo City. Hang on, we forgot for Interstate 55. For a little bit, hang on. Okay, Interstate 55 we've forgotten. It's time for Grenada. Well, we get Memphis on there still. That's good. Yeah, stop signing secondary towns. Just leave it
again, you said 20 should be signed
Memphis,
for
Tennessee's
Meridian.
a great choice. On the bottom, you can see US 51.
Come on, man.
Tomorrow with US 219. We get US 80 getting signed for nothing. Why not put a town for US 80?
I guess I can agree with that.
And we're splitting off with Interstate 220. And we're signed for Yazoo City still. And Flora. Now we're going to get US 49 E and W. So we're going to do E first. We're joining US 82. So which we already covered US 82. And we're splitting off with US 82. So US 49E will turn right. And US 49E stops. So we'll do US 49W. So we'll take US 49W. We get US 82 for Clarksdale, Greenville, and Greenwood.
What a green.
And US 49WN. So we're going to move on to the main US 49. We're joining US 61 and US 278. So we're going to be congruent with US 61 North. US 278 is
the
leaving
correct
us,
term
so
is
for Clarksdale and
concurrent.
Batesville. That's where we'll meet US 51. So US 49 will head into Arkansas. And we're splitting off with US 61. So US 49 will turn left, head into Arkansas. And we're crossing the Mississippi River, and we're heading into Arkansas. Here's US 79, which we already covered that US highway video. We're joining US 70. So it says 2 Interstate 40. And US 70 is splitting off. We'll do US 70 in July. So that is one of the great US highways in Arkansas. We're meeting Interstate 40 and US 63.
His mouth was moving
Time for Little Rock and Memphis.
Yeah, great production.
We're joining
quality,
US
man.
64, which we're going to do it on Friday with Interstate 10 East. So US 64 will be unlocking Arizona. And we're splitting off with US 64. And we're starting for Jonesboro for 48 miles with US 63 and US 49. We're joining US 78. So we're about to get on Interstate 555 South. And then we're splitting off. So US 49 get off of Interstate 555. Here's US 412. We will do the end of June.
Oh god, that's coming up soon.
This is why US 412. I don't know why we're doing US 412. That is...
Dude, this is your channel. Like, you have a choice of what routes to cover and not. Like, are you saying maybe that, like, US 412 should not exist? I mean, I could get down with that, but, like, I mean, look at my channel, for example. I haven't covered every single road. I mainly just do roads in like the Northeast and stuff. But like, yeah, why are you saying I don't know? Why were you... Again, that's your choice if you want to do it or not. But I guess
Coming
that's
up.
coming out soon. Like I
And we're
said,
getting US 62.
I think
So
we're
US
almost done
49
here.
will about
Thank
to end
God.
on US 62. And US 49 ends on US 82. So that is it for US 49, US 49E, and US 49W. Tomorrow we are doing US 51 and US 219.
15 seconds of this video left. I think the rest of it is just him rattling off his plans for future videos and stuff. So that will be it for this guy's US 49 video. This time, I don't have any other relevant videos that I can link you to here in the end screen. So I'm just going to have my playlist of stuff that I've done. You can go watch some of my videos. I will also leave a link to my good friend the Dirtpug's channel. Go check out his stuff. And with all that said, I will see you guys next time when we will cover this guy's version of US 85. So, for now, peace. Bye bye.